for smoking cessation. Another type of relationship is authority ranking. So we can develop an intervention if we found out that most of our clients, for example, exhibit an authority ranking type of relationship. For example, in the media, we can emphasize the message that smoking is not cool, or emphasize the message that quitting smoking is what elders hope to see from their children. Because some cultures, for example, have their elders as well, have elders that are in the authority ranking position. We can also develop a smoking cessation program that involves elders, and by elders it doesn't necessarily have to be grandparents or parents. They can also be pastors, teachers, or even celebrities. In one of the studies that I found, the authoritative style of parenting among African Americans protect their children from smoking. So again, if we are to develop a program that involves family, parents will be key, especially for dealing with youth who are smoking. If we are dealing with people who exhibit an equality matching type of relationship, a possible intervention would be, for example, doing a public service announcement, emphasizing a message that quitting smoking is what everyone else is doing. For example, you can have a message saying, most Alaskans are quitting smoking, you can too. So you want to try to emphasize that everybody else is smoking, and so you want to be equal to them. Another intervention that we can do is to develop a smoking cessation program where individuals are paired with a peer, and each in the peer is equally held accountable to help each other quit smoking. So, for example, if I quit smoking, you should quit smoking too. Actually, in a very recent study by Christakis and Fowler in the New England Journal of Medicine in 2008, they found out that in a longitudinal study, smokers who had social network of friends who quit smoking were also successful in quitting. Again, this is displaying the equality matching type of relationship and how important it is in adding as a portion of an intervention. In terms of market pricing, so say for example we find out that our clients practice a market pricing type of relationship. What kind of intervention can we do? We can do a public service announcement with a message about the cost of smoking a cigarette can be used for other much needed expenses like food, school tuition. And this is an important message, especially in times of recession where money and plays an important role in our lives. You can also emphasize a message where quitting smoking is what elders hope to see from their children, and what I mean by that is sometimes they see their elders as a source of their money or financial. They're providing them with financial help. Another intervention could be to develop a smoking cessation program that involves an activity on how much is spent on smoking and how much they could save by quitting. In the next slide that I have, I have the title there, based on our knowledge of relational models theory, what can we do right now as practitioners in the smoking cessation field? If we're working with clients wanting to quit smoking, for example, we need to ask them what motivates them to quit smoking. Secondly, we need to document the type of relationship that is most important in the community that you're working with, and use that knowledge to develop interventions. Thirdly, we need to document what works and doesn't work in the interventions that we have developed. And I know that you guys have developed a lot of interventions already. And we just need to focus on the components of that intervention, of what worked in that intervention, using a relational models perspective. So to conclude, the first point is that smoking and non-smoking behaviors have relational motivations, and they can be organized by relational types. And I have an information website there that you could go to learn more about those relational types. It's www.rmt.ucla.edu. The second point is that we need to start using relational models theory in understanding smoking and non-smoking behavior development and in developing interventions for smoking prevention and cessation. Obviously, we have made a lot of progress in Alaska, but you know, it's not enough. We still got to do a lot more. You know, and we need to look at the relational motivations for people in terms of why they begin smoking and what motivates them to quit smoking. The third point is that we need to do more research on relational models theory. We need to improve our media campaign and improve the smoking prevention and cessation interventions using the relational models theory. And so basically that's all I have for you today for my presentation, and I left plenty of time for you to ask questions because I know that some of these concepts may be confusing, or if you need more information on how you can develop interventions for smoking cessation, you can ask that questions too.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Dr. Garcia, and we've now stopped recording, and so we're going to open it up to questions and comments.